All right, what's up, mother truckers? BP Hero back at you. Working with my guy Snacks off camera. He got scared, didn't want to do the intro. Here he comes. He's here, he just won't do the intro, he's scared. We won't force him into it like we do everybody else. Working with the DeMarini Flipper Aftermath today. This is a new release, the FLH24. This isn't like the old ones. Here it is on the compression tester. Something's a little different here compared to the OG, which has a different pass-fail number. I'll put it on the tester too. This is the 2016 Flipper, in my opinion, one of the best ASA bats ever made. So this thing's got 19.3 kajillion swings on it. So once we get this to a point we feel like it's broken in, we'll compare the two. I don't expect a direct comparison from performance standpoint, but if you look on the tester here, you'll see they're both testing in the same spot, even though the pass-fail number is different. So I don't necessarily expect a apples-to-apples performance comparison, but we can definitely get a read on the two as far as feel and feedback and that kind of thing, just to kind of see what's going on. But Snacks is going to get us started here with this one, hitting our usual mix of Evil 52-300 game balls and BP 52s. Brand new out of the wrapper. Let's get her going. All right, so back on the old softball field you guys have been seeing in the videos more recently here lately. Basically 290 all the way around. It's a miserably hot day. It's mid-90s the whole day. But a 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from right center, kind of coming and going. And poor Snacks, man, he hit his ass off with this thing. Hit what should have been probably several home runs. He was tagging him pretty good with this thing, and just watching the wind kind of knock him down was a little disheartening, but he was plugging away. He still had a good round with this thing and still had fun swinging it. Both of these bats are 27 ounces. And I felt like the 24 was a little more barrel heavy than the 16, but Snacks said they felt identical. So the difference is clearly so small that not everyone is going to notice it. Both of these had a balanced type of feel to them. You can make the argument that these might have a smidge of end load in them. Some people feel that way. But overall, like, I do think that these are balanced, just with a little bit of a persuasion of weight in the end, you might say. And also, real quick, just a shout out to our guy Snacks here for getting us this so we can check it out. These are available at Headbanger Sports. Hit me up to get yours. Just even in his initial swings, I think they got a good one here. I'm going to do a couple bumps here and then just daddy hack, see if I can't hit one out of here on the first swing. Obviously, we know these are two-piece. The 24 still features the alloy handle. That is stiff, but still forgiving. Nothing really burned the hands or anything like that. And still has the 13-inch barrel as well. So after saying they're essentially the same bat from a loading standpoint, the feedback standpoint was not the same. Initially, the 24 model felt a really hollow feeling, and it almost sounded like you were smacking like two pieces of PVC together. It was a really weird sound, but it was still hitting okay. But once the outer layer started to loosen up, the weird sound went away and the feedback got really good. The barrel was stiff even after that, and you could feel every ball just like explode off of it. So it was like that good kind of stiff. So checking things out on the compression tester here, stick with me because we're going to go through a few different things here. So first of all, I find it interesting that this thing actually went up in compression. Now, that could be a few different things. That could be the fact that we tested them and then took everything back in the house, let everything cool back off. So the compression might have went up a little bit. I did find that interesting, but I think that's part of the reason for that. But the fact that it either held or even crept up a little bit is something that we're seeing a little bit more out of. I've seen it with a couple of different bats that the compression actually went up and then came down really fast for whatever reason. Not really sure if it has something to do with the layers of the composite kind of opening up and loosening up or whatever they do. But I did find that interesting. And this is advertised as having DeMarini's divergence gap technology. But here's the thing about it. Divergence gap technology from all the Flipper OGs from back, when they were still making those, the pass-fail number was 1050. But we noticed that the pass-fail for this one was basically what the Nihilist is as well. And the Nihilist is a little bit different technology. They say it is gapped wall technology instead of divergence gap technology. So I did reach out to Mike Cornell and was just kind of like, hey, what's going on with this? Is it basically Nihilist tech and you're just calling it divergence gap? What's the deal? And he's saying that the Nihilist tech and the new divergence gap technology are still two different forms of technology, but they both have the same pass-fail number now. They're similar, but the Flipper will still have its differences from the Nihilist. So it's kind of cool that Mike was able to get back to me and kind of clear that up because I did find that interesting. And if anybody else pays attention to that stuff, I'm sure you were wondering too. So we got the answer we needed there and we can move on. So from like an overall thought standpoint on this thing,
I really enjoyed this bat. I was kind of skeptical at first, just kind of based on the sound and the feedback that we were getting from this thing. I mean, leave it to be no question that this thing was performing arguably just as well as the blue one. Obviously, we're way different in swing count, and we even put some swings in with the blue one at the end of the video, just so you can kind of see, after watching this and getting a good feel for it with the eye, what the blue flipper was like. The blue flipper was obviously way easier to hit a ball hard with, just because it is really, really, really broken in. But I really felt like I was getting just as good a performance out of this bat as I was the blue one. So it's not the end of the world that something starts out pretty lively and breaks in really fast, because that's kind of the name of the game, especially in the ASA space where you're hitting a 52, 300 ball. So the bat's not going to break down as fast. So to have something a little more lively out of the wrapper, in this case pretty lively out of the wrapper, that's not a bad thing. I've gone on record a million times as saying that a little bit of BP never hurt nobody, and that I still hold true to that. But you can't have your cake and eat it too with every bat you swing. I think this is going to be one of the must-haves for somebody that enjoys a balanced, or like I said, even slightly in-loaded, slightly mid-loaded, whatever you want to dice it as. D-Marine hit the nail on the head with this thing, combining the divergence gap with the Nihilus Tech. Job well done, in my opinion. So I can't get you a good deal on these, so be sure and hit me up. These are going to go quick, but if you're interested in one, just reach out. We can get you taken care of. Big thanks to Snacks for getting this picked up so we could do the review on it for you guys. Thanks to HB Sports for the deal on it so we could do the review. Thanks to Mike Cornell for getting back to me. Thanks to Snacks for coming out and hitting. Thanks to you guys for stopping in and checking out the video. That's a whole lot of thanks, and I'm done. Swing hard in case you hit it. BP Hero. Catch you next time.